Welcome to eMedia Video eNews, our Volume 2, or second edition. We're excited to bring it to you. We had great feedback from our first edition, so we decided to do it again. How about that? Wanted to remind you, eMedia is a full-service marketing advertising company. We do a lot with online advertising and interactive media, as well as web development, custom web application development, illustrations, design, strategy, copy. For some folks, we are the marketing department. For other folks, we just help with their marketing initiatives. Whether your need is big or small, we can certainly help you make sure you get those ROI dollars out of your marketing strategies and initiatives. This edition, we'd like to thank DVS again. Corey Bowman's doing our shooting for this video. When it comes to creating, delivering, and managing media, one size does not fit all for every client. Each project and each client is different and unique. That's why DVS specializes in solution creation. With that, they can utilize their countless resources to offer the broadest portfolio of customized media solutions to regional, national, and international client base that they have. They're growing by leaps and bounds just like us. So whether your next project needs media creation, video shooting, media duplication, or asset management, DVS offers solutions that fit for you. And our new sponsor to the mark, Pepsi. As we debuted last time, we're sitting in our bar area here at eMedia Solutions, our client lounge, if we call it. Welcome to come in. We have wireless internet. You can hang out. We now have Fountain Pepsi products to add to the mix, so we appreciate Pepsi coming on board. Keeps our whistles wet as we're getting our work done, per se. Going to start off with our web development spotlight. We're going to talk about content management systems for websites. We're going to lead that into our client spotlight, which is Ecosystems Displays, the first green/sustainable exhibit manufacturer in the U.S. Dr. Search, then, Paul Warren's going to hold some office hours, talk a little bit about SEO stuff, and I'm going to wrap it up with the Marketing Minute. So look forward to this edition of eMedia Video News, and stay tuned. Okay, so in our first segment, our web development spotlight, Craig Vandenberg's joining us again. He's our lead developer here at eMedia Solutions. We're going to talk a little bit about content management systems, or tools, if you will. There's lots of them out there, and everybody talks about them these days, but how do you know which one's right for you? Craig, what do you think? When should somebody look towards having a CMS tool or content management system tool for their website?
Well, yeah, a CMS tool. Well, let's first, CMS stands for Content Management System, and it basically means that someone without a technical experience can update and modify their website very easily. So it allows people to change their websites without having programming experience in the HTML or other type of web technologies. So the people that would be interested in that would be those who would like to make changes to their websites quite frequently without having to hire on additional web developers or programmers.
Well, when you talk about CMS, I know like people used to use front page. Now front page isn't supported anymore. There's expressions. You have Contribute, which is a program that you can buy that you can use to manage websites and templates and things. And then you can even go, I would call it probably one of the larger systems out there, like a SharePoint server from Microsoft, to even do web management or manage your website stuff. What level of CMS should somebody look for as far as which system's right for them, or how should they go about evaluating which content management system would be the best one for them or their website or what they're trying to accomplish?
Sure. The SharePoint is really specific for intranets, sharing documents, things like that. Then we can go back a couple of years and look at Front Page or Dreamweaver, and those are more of tools where you would create the pages and then upload them to the web server. So there's a little bit of delay from making the change to having it be live on the web. Whereas a CMS system that's integrated within your website, as soon as you make a change and hit save, it's published on the web, and it's live automatically.
Now, and a lot of CMSs too, you get different pieces and parts that you can plug in. For instance, you're probably not going to manage an e-commerce solution or full product set for e-commerce in Contribute, because you can set up a template or a page template, but it doesn't have the complex management, if you will, of managing an e-commerce section of a website.
Sure.
Right? Correct?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Now, and we've had a couple clients that have already done this too. I mean, obviously, eMedia has a content management system that we've built. It's almost like a software application because when we take your unique design for your web page, we'll build the CMS to modify the areas of the website that you want it to modify and manage. We've had some clients that have been on kind of a content management system prior to working with us, but they ran into some problems with trying to move their site or make changes to their site with the development of a new system, as in they had to start over. They couldn't use that CMS system unless they stayed in that hosting environment or with their current provider.
Yeah.
Why is, that seems kind of anti-client friendly. Why would somebody do it that way?
A lot of times they're locked into a pre-built system that the data is hosted on their servers and their servers alone. And in order to release the data that's associated with that website can be a difficult task for many of the CMSs that are out there. The one that we specifically built is kind of portable. It is built on a framework, and it does use a database, so those two things are kind of required in the hosting environment. But we don't require you to for specific hosting in a specific environment, or a location rather.
What about some of the value-added features like a blog or an e-commerce, or I know like in certain cases, auto-expiring pages, if they're running a promotion, the page automatically gets shut off or comes down, when the promotion expires. Some of the unique features, those can change from system to system based on what you're using. How do you evaluate which is the best one for you, and which one should you be? What questions should you be asking?
So from your standpoint, the questions that you should be asking is my data portable? Can I have my site be built around my design? Many content management systems out there require your site to fit within a predefined design or a series of templates where you can only change the background color or text font size, that kind of thing. So that's a big concern is whether or not the design will be able to fit within what you think your site should be. As well as some other features and functionalities, such as you had mentioned the auto expiration of pages, as well as role-based security, where you'd want only certain people to change certain pages. Other features and functions might be rotating images, or I only want certain people to change this particular image, and that type of thing. So a lot of times it can be pretty specific on an individual websites by website basis. You want a CMS that would tailor around you, not have a CMS that forces you to tailor itself around the system.
So it sounds to me like properly scoping all the features and functions of your website is just as important.
Oh, certainly.
Before you decide on a CMS system, because it's got to be able to do what you want the website to be ultimately be able to do for your business.
Sure. Yeah. It's all about determining what you want to have your site offer, and how you want to use your site as a tool.
Appreciate your time, Craig. If you have any questions, or if we've touched on a subject you want to know more about, he's available at devdev@emediasolutions.us. We welcome you to send an email, and we'll be glad to answer some questions and or include some suggestions in our next newsletter.